Moving on. Heidi, are you here?
Hi, Tad.
Hey there. Where are you calling from, Heidi?
I am in Milwaukee, Wisconsin in the US.
All right. Cool. I was in Whitewater, Wisconsin in grade
Oh,
11 for a big leadership gathering. And oh boy, I had the craziest storm I've ever seen in my life. I've never experienced wind like that before or since.
the good
Um,
old Midwest.
oh,
Yep.
I love it. Okay, so you said I'm struggling to understand the difference between my point of view and my message. I'm using your platform in a single page exercise and understand that message is a combination of right point of view, why, I, and C, hoping for further insights. Yes, okay, so that's some older material, and I've had that since, so maybe this will help. Um, I think about it like this. Okay, so we got to step back a little bit. So this will be recap for some of you, hopefully useful. In marketing, there are three roles that all marketing has to play. These three in this order, very briefly. This is in my starter kit, by the way. If you don't have my ethical marketing starter kit, just go to marketingforhippies.com. You'll see where to get it, or marketingforhippies.com/starter-kit. It's free. It's the full footage of my day-long workshop, and I go into what I'm about to say a lot more deeply. First role, we got to get their attention. Second role, we got to filter. Is this a fit on both sides? Third, we got to lower the risk of them taking the first step, right? And within that filtering, there are three levels: relevance, credibility, and value. Those are the three. So the relevance for a service provider, which most of you are, I imagine, the relevance is going to be established by, do you solve a problem that I have that I need solved? Do you offer a result? Now, Heidi, you're a service provider?
Yes, I'm a coach.
Okay. So that it's all about that journey then. That's the relevance. Whether they pay attention to you or not will be almost 100% based on that. Can you get me from Island A to Island B? But the second we establish relevance, we got to move on to credibility very quickly, because now they're saying, okay, yes, you could, but why should I trust you? You know, they're kind of paying attention now, but it's like, why should I keep paying attention to you? And so we have to say something compelling. And the mistake that people make in marketing is they think, okay, I'm getting them from A to B, so let me just start pitching my boat and how great my boat is. First, they want to know just a bunch of like, what's route do you take to that island? How fast do you go? Is there food on this boat? They want to know a lot of things about our approach to the issue. And people make the mistake, they start pitching the boat too soon. Yeah, the boat is the value. Relevance, credibility, value. Third step. But first is credibility. Who the hell are you as a captain? Why should I trust you? And do you have a map? Do you have a compass to get me there? So when people are doing an intro workshop or a signature workshop, the big mistake is, the purpose of this is for me to pitch, to make the case for people to hire me, to make the case for my programs. But no, the case that we want to make is for our perspective, for our point of view, right? That's the big case we're making. And fundamentally, we're saying, look, here's my perspective, here's my take on things. And if you resonate with that, here's the boat, here's the offer, here's the next step you can take. Just as simple as that. But within the case that we're making, there are three cases. So just to zoom back out, right? We get their attention, we filter, lower the risk. Within filtering, there are three steps: relevance, credibility, value. Within credibility, fundamentally, a lot of this, not all of it, but a lot of it is about point of view, which is about making the case. And there are three cases that we're making: diagnosis, prognosis, and prescription. Yeah. So the diagnosis is, here's what's happening under the surface that you're probably not aware of. Like, this is why you're so messed up. Number two is the prognosis. Just look, if you really put in an effort, here's the best case possibility. And if you ignore this, try to handle it on your own, do it the wrong way, here's the worst case. And we're just trying to be realistic with them about it. And third is the prescription. Here's what's needed. So in terms of the message, I tend to think of the message in the domain of the diagnosis. It's a lot of different ways of saying that. Yeah. I think of the message as a kind of it's a distillation of the point of view. I've got a whole ebook on this called "Don't Market Yourself, Market Your Message," which goes into the how do you articulate. There's 6 different types of messages I talk about, but it really ultimately I think gets down to this question of they come to you desperate, right? And they're just like, why can't I get off this island? Why does it hurt so much? Why am I suffering? Why can't I solve this problem? And what they want to know is your take on that. And if you imagine that they're about to get into a cab where they're going to, go off and you never be able to see them again, and you only just get one sentence to say to them, what would you say? And you could tell they're really serious. Like whatever you say, I'm going to meditate on that. I'm going to take it in, even if it's tough medicine. What's the thing you would say? What's the and it could be an aspirational possibility. It could be just a real blunt, here's what's going on. But that to me is the message. Another way to look at this is if I invited you to speak at TED Talks, right? And I say, but we need to know before your talk, we ask that speakers have a refrain that they use at least 10 times in the talk. That's part of the contract. You got to have something you come back to, you say over and over again. So maybe I would say marketing can feel good, right? And because we're going to make merch in the store, and we got to have that ready before. So then what's the statement you would say over and over again that you keep making the case for, that you keep coming back to, trying to prove that exact same statement from multiple angles? Does this all help?
Yes, absolutely. It's bringing things together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the easiest way. I mean, it's either the TED Talk example or just think about somebody who's on Island A who is desperate for help.
Okay.
They really need your help, and you only have one sentence to say to them, and whatever you say, they will take seriously. And they're just, why am I so screwed up? And you say, okay, it's because this. So it's another way to look at what's their blind spot? What are they not seeing that you're seeing? That if they saw it, it could change everything. It's that kind of thing.
Okay.
Thank you. It's a great question.
Thank you very much.